Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. It's TwoFiftySix here for F1MC. Round 3. See one of the Ferraris coming out already. That's Crash Vessel. Martin, let's go Fraser. Why aren't you racing, man? Where are you? We're missing you. And there we go. That will be the first lap time set. That is a 1:18.4. Next it's gonna be Milan crossing the line. A 1:14.7. That's more like it. And then we're probably seeing, yep, that's Marius then coming through. It's a 15.4 P2 there. Sabi with a 1:16.3. Big summer blowout now in P3. In the McLaren there, 1:16.1. So that seems like a cracker of a lap there by Milan. And I think we have a spinner time here by Fraser. Guys. I don't know if you're seeing something wrong. I surely do.
He is driving without hands.
He doesn't have hands on his steering wheel. I mean, you really gotta say he's putting his mind to it. I'm so done. I'm so freaking done with this game, guys. I can't believe it. Meanwhile, Bomba set a lap. P8. Got Cosmin in P6, who spectated. Crash Vettel in the meantime. Beating Fraser for P3 there. What is he gonna be able to do? Is it gonna be a 1:14 for him? Doesn't look like it, I think. Will he make it across the line with a 1:14? Oh, so close! 1:15.1 P2 right now for him. And now the gearbox sounds like it's got nails in them, and that's a 14.2. That is way faster than Milan. Half a second. Sherman will be coming across the line. 1:14.5 closes the gap up a little bit. Crash Vettel will be next, not improving though. Although he just in time started another lap around the final turn. He's gonna be able to improve. Oh, that's gonna be a competitive 14, but not enough to put himself in front of Sherman. So that is sealed. Flood Red taking pole position. Milan in P2. Sherman P3. Marius P4 and Sean back 888. Rounding out the top 5. Crash Vettel only in P6, Fraser only in P7, kind of a surprise. Thomas Jensen, very competitive round Austria, only in 11th. Also the Weasel, usually very, very competitive. Only down, what is that, P17? No, P15, and Jamie not even setting a lap, P16. Alrighty, where's my interface? My interface is gone, well thank you very much there. We've got 5 lights, and the lights are out, and away we don't go as usual. There we are. And that looks like a pretty behaved start by everybody. Can I please switch to another camera? Thank you very much. There we are, that's looking better. That McLaren there looking really feisty into turn 1. Little bit of contact there. Oh, that Ferrari of Crash Vessel was truly sandwiched. And I think everybody's kind of cleanly through. Sean back side by side with Fraser, who had a lightning start up to P4 there. Jonas struggling, falling back, and that is very far outside the track. Hopefully no crashes coming back onto the track. We've got Marius and Sherman. Sherman, who had a nightmarish start, fighting. Thomas Jensen making it past Big Summer Blowout, who has a look back on the inside there, on the chicane. Do you really want to go side by side through here in the heavy rain? Yes, you want to. Just a little bit of tire banging there. And Thomas is through there. Sean Beck has been lapped already, so has Thomas Jensen, if you were to believe, well, the screen, the interval times. There we are. The times kind of equalizing again. Fraser having a look on the outside around Sean Beck. He is there. Side by side. But now has to defend from Crash Vettel. Or not. He's gonna outbrake him. Nope, that is pretty clean. Welcome to the what bug do we have this time, race? It really do be like this. Although, yeah, it is looking pretty behaved. Just as I say that, Michael getting very close. Thomas Jensen and Sherman fighting. Oh, that's a little touch there of Michael being on the inside, but on the curb, losing the rear. But look at the lead that Flood Red already has. And I think Fraser is closer than ever. Tried something. There must have been a little bit of contact or something, as Jonas did the next Spinella here. Clearly struggling in one of the first races he's attended. Back to Michael. Bomba very far outside the track, or very wide on track there. Sabi and Michael making a little bit of contact here. That's a little fight brewing. Fraser is on the rear there of Sean Beck. He's gonna go for a little dive. No, he's not. He's closing in though. He is closing in indeed. Going 10 positions back. We've got Jamie going for the dive, locking up slightly on the outside. Michael still staying on the outside. Not getting the traction down though. Very close. I think Michael and Jamie are side by side again. Look at this. Through turn 2, through turn 3. Jamie back in P14. That must have been an error by Jamie indeed. But an amazing overtake around the outside, which turned then to the inside of Michael. As Cosman fought himself up to P10 again. And Marius there in the barrier. You could see him just there, sitting in there. Rejoining the track, waiting for the traffic to go by. From P7 down to P15. And that is just how it works. As the Weasel and Jamie are now side by side fighting. The Weasel having a look on Jamie, who lost the position a lap earlier on Michael, whom he overtook not too much earlier. And Jamie actually going into the pits here. Does he have some damage? I wonder, but don't mind me. What is happening here? Big Summer Blowout and Cosmin now fighting. Look at the traction that Big Summer Blowout got on Cosmin. Coming down to turn 2. And Cosmin is passed. And now just have a look at Fraser. Oh, really on the gearbox of Sean Beck, who had to cut the track there. Getting a little bit feisty between these two drivers. And in the meantime, Flood Red just pulling away from Milan even more. Also, that gearbox isn't sounding too nice. And look how close these drivers are. And it doesn't even stop here. Let's just step through the driver. Here is Crash Vettel, not too far behind. Then it's Thomas who's closing in by a country mile as well. And then we're gonna have Sherman right on the tail of this fight as well in a minute. Coming back through, Fraser is now side by side. Oh, that's a little bit of contact. Sean Beck again having none of it. Cutting out that part of the chicane. Overtaking Milan as well. And just keeping the position, although that was very much illegal. And this time we've got Marius spinning. Milan struggling very much. And now going back 10 positions again to Jamie and the Weasel fighting. Down into turn 4. Oh, very slight touch. Oh, that was very strange there. And oh my. What is going on here? Fraser on Crash Vettel. Fell back a lot there, and oh! I think they just interlocked Crash Vettel and Thomas Jensen here. That is both the drivers in the pits. And Milan now under pressure from Bomba. Something must have happened between Milan and Fraser for sure whilst we were watching Jamie and the Weasel. And the rain is not looking like it's gonna stop anytime soon. And as there isn't any real action right now, let's have a look at the replay. We've got Fraser and Milan. Sean Beck just cut out that chicane a little bit before. Very close to each other, touching even very slightly maybe. And there we're just going back, and you can see the cluster F down at the 3 there in sector 3. And yeah, I think, yeah, Milan was spun out there, most probably by Fraser, who lost a heap of time there as well. Crash Vettel in P4 there, all over the back, and yeah, that is just Crash Vettel interlocking with Thomas Jensen there, and both going into the wall there. We see that a lot of times. And Milan now still in front of Bomba, opting to pit, as does the leading pack. Flat Red is in the pits, so is Sean Beck, going on to intermediates. So it seems like the rain is easing up, as most of the drivers are changing over to the Inters. And I wonder what Crash Vettel is on. Yeah, he's on the wets, and so is Thomas Jensen. Fraser still P3, struggling to get around Sean Beck's car, but what an exit he got now out of turn 3 into turn 4. Is he gonna go for an overtake here? That would be absolutely mental. What a mental. What a mental guy. He tried it, he didn't get it. Using the overtake everywhere he can, he's diving it to the inside, and Sean Beck holding on to it. He's really struggling to get it past, but now is falling back into the clutches of Sherburn. 1 or 2 more failed overtaking attempts like this, and he will lose even more time, and that might give the opportunity to Sherburn to overtake Fraser very, very easily here. 100% of ERS. Oh, and Sean Beck is now out of ERS though. They're side by side. Is gonna be finally the overtake for Fraser here, as he has to stick back, get squeezed out to the outside. How's the ERS looking like now? He's got the overtake enabled out of the corner on traction. And Fraser now in the slipstream and with the overtake. Who's gonna brake earlier? Who's gonna brake later? It's very close between Fraser and Sean Beck. Is Sean Beck gonna squeeze him out once again? Yes, he is. He's trying to, and that is him into the wall. You could even say that is a little bit of karma, losing his front wing there. That really just had to happen between these two drivers. I mean, I can get the frustration of Fraser there. Getting held up so much by Sean Beck over 14 laps of the Grand Prix. He was behind him. And now Sean Beck, falling back into the clutches of Big Summer Blowout. And that's a little bit of a touch there between Cosmin and Big Summer Blowout. And yeah, lots of this race is kind of turning around Fraser here, as he's showing the pace but is caught behind very fast drivers. And there is Sabi going a little bit wide. Fraser putting his nose into there, and he's getting past as well. Well, not too early. Sabi is still there. Oh, little touch on Fraser's front end here. Who will get the better exit? Looks like a pretty similar exit, but Fraser using the ERS where he has lots and lots of. Trying around the outside. Is there something similar gonna happen? Oh, Sabi and Fraser, yep. Sabi trying to hold on to the inside of turn 3 or turn 2 there. Get yourself a rink. What do you mean get yourself a rink? A drink! No one is giving Fraser space. All the time you have to leave the space. All the time you have to leave it a space. Oh, and that is Milan now going for the move. Oh, but Michael trying something on the switchback side of things. Running into the rear though, as Milan positioned his car brilliantly out of turn 2. That is him finally past his teammate. As Michael track it sent again at the same part. Well, he would be in the DRS zone. Or you would be in the DRS range if it wasn't raining. And I think we have the first spin out of there. That might be big summer blowout. Yes, it is. Out of the little auto spin curb there. Also, Bomba going very slowly indeed. He must have had a little moment there as well. Rejoining pretty, well, unsafely, I guess. But he was ghosted for some kind of reason. Probably because he was going so slowly. And Fraser just coming out of the pits for some medium tires. Oh, that is so much understeer of turn 1. That might have been a little bit too early. Now he can check it himself against Sean back in front, and he will be falling back more and more and more. Clearly gambling, but it's not paying off. Whilst the Weasel and Thomas Jensen are fighting now, Thomas getting his way finally past the Weasel there. Fraser, you're sitting in the wrong car. That car is supposed to be red if you're pulling this strategy, guy. Come on. Come on. Oh, is that really Jeff's strategy call then? Oh, just, yeah, and he's just getting effed up by Michael and Thomas Jensen. Some contact there for a good measure. Falling back more and more. And now we're gonna see Sherburn in the pits. Changing over to soft tires as well. That is the advantage, of course, to Sherburn. Flood Red is just now coming around the final turn. Is it even gonna be enough for Sherburn in front? Will he stay in front? That is very close here. Sherburn is out there struggling on the traction though. Just behind Flood Red. And yeah, there is the DRS beep. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a change of lead here. Sherburn going to the inside. Locking up slightly on the outside. Going still side by side through turn 1. That is very close stuff here indeed. Flood Red defending around the outside. Beautifully done by the drivers, and this race is now just coming alive. And I think we've got Sean back with a little error. We're setting on track though, as Crash Vettel and Milan are fighting. Crash Vettel just squeezing him off the track. All fair in game. Looking good. Is Milan gonna have a look back? Yes, he is. Also Crash Vettel being very fast indeed. On the dries. Oh, and that is a big touch there indeed. Going back to the leading battle here. Sherburn against Flood Red. Again, the Romanian battle. The Weasel now as well. Just behind Michael. What I mean, I'm useless here to be honest. And there is the Weasel past Michael. Thomas Jensen and Sean Beck also fighting now. Somehow getting shown the blue flags. And what a move here. Oh, lots of contact though. Enjoying this very much. And Sherburn has fallen back now. If you look at the timing screen there. 2 Flood Reds. Oh yeah. The DRS being useless there. Well, it kind of is. And that is Sean back behind. Oh no, he's diving into the inside, and that's him round. You go. On turn 2. And retiring from the race. As Flood Red and Sherburn have now started their final lap of the Grand Prix. Sherburn staying in that 3 seconds. Just dropping out of it right now. Thomas Jensen in P3. Only now going on to the last lap of the Grand Prix. Huge lead for Flood Red and Sherburn. Crash Vettel is now in P4. Still chasing down Thomas Jensen. Not being close enough though. Out of the DRS as well. Fraser in P5. Had a little bit of a nightmarish race. Got it back on the last 10 laps about when the tires were coming back to life. Sabi trying it around Michael. here with the useless DRS just streaking past. And there's, oh my god, yeah, wow. That would be a lie if I said that's a tiny bit of contact. That was a huge bit of contact. That was, I don't even know how to describe it. And Flood Red has crossed the finish line. Sherburn behind. Thomas Jensen will go across the line in a minute. Sherburn at Flood Red, bravo in HVR chat. Great sportsmanship. Thomas Jensen is now coming through. Well deserved P3. Is it going to be a penalty there? Nope. Crash Vettel staying in P4. Fraser coming across the line. Staying in P5. Milan though jumping up to P4. The Weasel, you can see him behind, weaving like a madman in P7. P8 is Sabi. Had that little fight with Michael on that last lap. Jonas now finishing the race as well in P13. Then it's gonna be Michael. Big summer blowout. Will round it out in a minute. Thank you everybody for watching. It was an absolute pleasure for commentating. No reason to say thanks, Big Summer Blowout. I'll love that. See ya guys.